What's going on, guys? I'm here to make another video, and today's video is going to be about the Ataman BP17. I've had this gun for about 6 months, and I've definitely put it through its paces. And today I'll be going over some accuracy tests. We'll do 50 yards, do some 96 yards. I'll be going over some of the specs, dimensions, and features. I'll give you a quick, just in case you guys have this gun already. I'm going to go over how you break it down. I'm not going to take it apart in this video. I'll try to keep it short and to the point as far as the review. And we'll go over the pros and cons, and then we'll kind of wrap it up with our final thoughts. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. I'm going to be using, for this video, for the accuracy tests, I'm going to be using the 18 grain JSBs. This is a 22 caliber. And I've got very good results with that. It also shoots the JSB Hades in 22 excellently, perfectly. It shoots them. That's usually what I shoot when I'm out hunting or anything like that. I have taken this air rifle squirrel hunting. I've shot prairie dogs with it, and I really do enjoy this gun. So let me get some dimensions out of the way. Let me grab a tape measure, and I'll grab the camera, put you guys up closer so you guys can see what's going on, and we'll take some measurements. Okay, so this gun is definitely compact. I consider this as a micro bullpup. Overall length from the factory moderator, if you can call it that, to the back, we're looking at 23.5 inches. Super compact, very, very compact. And I did some modifications to this myself. On the silencer, the can that came with it, I took it off. It had one little washer in the middle of it. And I put an insert inside of it. And here's a picture of what that insert looks like. And it did give me better results. It quieted it down. What I'm going to do is probably print an adapter so I can fit a regular 1/2 inch UNF thread moderator on it. But you've got storage spots here, right here and here, so you can carry your magazines. This does fill to 300 bar, and I get 4 magazines. The magazines hold 7 rounds each. And overall, it's a really lightweight, compact rifle. Let me switch the camera view back, and we'll go over a couple of the features, and then we'll skip to the shooting. It's easy to shoot offhand. It's probably the easiest and best gun I've ever shot offhand, period. I'm able to hold it very steady offhand, more so than any other longer rifle. It is so short, it kind of takes a little bit of time getting used to it. The cocking lever is on the opposite side, and it cocks forward. You throw it forward to cock it and pull it back to cycle it. The magazine slides in from one direction, from the left to the right, and as you cock it, it indexes the magazine and rotates it. It comes with a pin probe already on there, and this is regulated. The regulator is set from the factory at 130 bar. So like I said earlier, you get 28 shots. You probably get a little bit more, but 28 shots will get me from 300 bar down to about 150 bar, and I refill it right about there. The trigger is super, super lightweight. Almost everybody, myself included, that has shot this rifle, it's probably been 6 people. Everybody that shot it has shot it on accident the first time they shot it, and they were like, whoa. And it's not a 2-stage trigger, it's single stage. You cannot feel when it's about to go off. You kind of just pull it a certain amount. The way I shoot it, I pull it about 1/4 inch back, maybe not quite that much, and just hold until I'm on target, and then squeeze off the last little bit. And I've been successful shooting that style so far. But it has definitely got the lightest trigger set up from the factory that I've ever felt on any rifle. So it takes a while to get used to, but once you get used to it, it's very easy to shoot with. For the testing today, I've got a Hawk. It's a 4-12 by 50 millimeter, and it's got the AMX reticle in there. It's real nice. I got the side shot camera on there, so you guys will be able to see the 50-yard groups and 96-yard groups. I'll also have a camera on target, so you guys can see very clearly what's going on. But we're going to go ahead and shoot some strings over the chronograph, and we'll kind of see what our speeds are with the 18 grain JSBs, and then we'll move our target up to 50 yards and see what kind of groups it's putting out. Alright, we're going to shoot a few shots over the chronograph just so we can see what our speeds are and kind of what our consistency is. We'll probably shoot 4 shots. Let's see what we're doing on our numbers. All right, so very consistent. This is fresh off of a fill. I haven't shot it at all since I filled it up. So this gun, out of all the other guns that I have, is the least fussy. I can fill it up. I don't have to put a bunch of burner shots, and it's usually spot on for me. So good job on the Russians for the design and the build quality on that aspect. So let's go ahead and get a target set up at 50 yards, and we'll put a 50-yard group and see what it's doing at 50 yards with the JSB 18 grains. Okay, since we're out here in the sun, we'll take another look at the rifle up close. It is a wood synthetic, it's a wood stock, not synthetic. They got what's called a soft touch coating on it, and it is a very soft coating. It is kind of prone to leaving fingerprints, but very comfortable in the hand. But there it is overall. And the grip is very comfortable. For it being such a short rifle, the length of pull is perfect. It doesn't feel like you're shooting a toy gun. It definitely feels full size. It definitely feels solid at the hands, and it feels well built. All right, so let's continue the testing. Okay, I've got a target set up at 50 yards on the dot. I'm gonna take one clip. We're gonna be shooting 7 rounds, and we'll see what kind of grouping we get with that. And then I've got a swinger target that I'll shoot at that distance as well. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, there's our shot string from the scope. It looked pretty good. We'll walk down there here in a bit, but for now, let me reload another clip, and I'll move the camera as well. We're gonna shoot around at our swinger targets. I've got a homemade set of swinger targets. The smaller targets are less than 1 inch. The larger targets are a little over 1 inch, and there's 6 of them, so we'll see if we can run that next. Let me get that set up. Okay. I'm gonna finish topping off this magazine. If you guys aren't familiar with these boxes or seen them before, I've been making them. I make my own slug trays. They slide in there with a little locking door. I have them padded so they don't rattle around once they're in your pockets. I make all different sizes, all different calibers. This one's for 22. I make them to hold 25 and 30. All of 3 calibers will fit in the same box, and so will the FX Hybrid slug sleeves. All of those will fit. They're all interchangeable. They'll all hold 100 rounds, including the 30 caliber. You've seen the new 30 caliber hybrids. The box is huge. I've got it to where it'll still fit in here. This hybrid sleeve that it comes with won't, but my sleeve will fit the 30 caliber hybrids. So I've got the clip loaded up. If you guys are interested in these, leave me a comment, let me know. I do sell these. I make a little bit of extra money on the side that goes directly back into the channel for ammo and testing supplies. So if you guys are interested, leave me a message in the comments and I'll get to you on how to purchase that. But I'm loaded up. Let's go ahead and take some shots at our target and see what we can come up with. Okay, so not bad. One miss. Call it maybe a dented pellet, or maybe I just pulled it. Who knows? But the gun is definitely shooting good. It's pretty good for this distance. I think this shoots good enough to push it out to 96 yards. That's as far as I got in the yard. We're 4 yards shy of 100 yards. I think that's a pretty good gauge of what it's going to be doing at 100 yards. But let me get the spot cleared out in the snow, and we'll move out the target and camera setup, and we'll see what this thing's doing at 96 yards. Before we move everything, let me walk you down there, and we're going to take a look at our shot group and see what it was. Okay, here we are. Get where I can show you guys here without being in the way. So here was our group. Here's my finger. We had one flyer on the first set. The rest of them, there's not even really any point measuring it. Let's just say my pinky will easily cover it. My pinky nail. So one ragged hole, except for the first shot. On our swinger target, we have a good hit there. Looks like we barely nicked this one. So it's almost center here. Low there. Good hit there. A little bit to the side there. So not bad. So let me set up the target, like I said, 96 yards, and we'll shoot that group and see what it's doing. Okay, I've got everything swapped out to 96 yards. We're gonna take a few shots just to get sighted in. I'm pretty sure I know where I'm hitting at this distance, or I have an idea, but the wind has also picked up. Perfect timing, for long distance shooting with a slow moving 22 cal, but take it for what it is. Let's just get this group over with, and then we'll move back to the bench and do some final thoughts on it and talk about an upcoming video with this. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, there's the full clip. Let's walk down there and see what kind of groups we got. And just so you guys can see, way down there above that car is the target. That is 96 yards. So let's walk down there and check it out. Okay, we made it. Now, you can see our little wind indicator and our trees blowing all over the place. We actually still got a really good group. Our aim point was here. We're hitting a little bit low. I heard it hitting, so I just held the same group. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I can cover up with my thumb just about. So I'm pretty happy with that. That's pretty good for the shooting conditions in that scope. Let's go ahead and move everything back to the bench, and we'll go over some pros and cons and final thoughts. All right, guys, we made it back to the bench to go over the final thoughts. Given, I think the results that we showed today were definitely acceptable for me. We have a little bit of a breeze kicking up now, and for it to put 5 out of 7 shots, in a thumb-sized group, that's definitely less than 3/4 of an inch at 96 yards is very impressive. That's more than what I would expect for this type of gun in this class. The cost of this rifle, it's not cheap. It's $13.99. I picked this one up from Pyramid Air. They shipped it to me fast. You know, I had no issues with it. Came with everything it was supposed to come with, and I haven't had any issues with it yet. As far as if you're comparing this to, say, even any other rifle, a full size, you're not gonna really get much better results at 96 yards. You know, for this being so compact, I think it's very impressive the capabilities that it has. And you combine that with the fact that it's very, very compact. I mean, this thing, you can carry it around. It's like like an accessory. You know, it's so small and so compact. And if you put a lighter weight scope on it, it's even more compact. I took this out squirrel hunting this last season, and I bagged a lot of squirrels with this thing, this and my Wildcat, and almost all of them were headshots because it's so easy to shoot this gun offhand. You don't have to worry about a rest. It's almost rock steady shooting it offhand. We measured the distance earlier, 23.5 inches. If you're comparing it to anything else that comes close to that, I think the only other rifle that really comes close to that with the moderator already on it is the Edgun Lelia. And I think that one might be the almost exact same size, and it has a suppressor on it as well. The FX Wildcat Compact is a few inches longer, but that's before you add a moderator. Taipan makes one. I think they're I'm not sure the standard or the compact Taipan Veteran might be pretty close to the same specs, but that's before a moderator. And there might be a few others that I'm missing on lengthwise, but for its category that it's in, which is a micro bullpup, there's not much that that compares with it. It shoots just as good as a long rifle, and it's literally half the length, and it's ready to go. It's backyard friendly with that air stripper that I put in there. I could easily shoot it, wherever I want, and not have to scare everything off or have, where I'm at, I have no neighbors to worry about. But if you're shooting this in an urban area, you're not going to be, having the neighbors peeking over thinking that you're shooting a rifle or anything like that. So it's definitely quiet. I did print a Picatinny rail, and I mounted it on there myself so I can put a bipod. It doesn't come with that. It's got onboard magazine storage for 4 magazines, and it does get 4 magazines per fill. So it's just an excellent gun to be out in the field with, or to carry in the truck. When I'm out cutting wood, I throw it on the center console, and it sits there. It doesn't take up any extra space. It's very durable, and overall, I really like it. The cons. The only con that I could think of, and this is kind of with any PCP, is the price. They're not cheap. If you can get past the price, and this is kind of a specialty gun. They designed it to be very compact, and you're going to kind of pay for a little bit of that specialty category. But if you can get past that, it's an excellent shooter. I love shooting this rifle. Once you get used to the trigger, there's no issues with that. The trigger is adjustable, and there's not much more I could say about it, as far as negatives, other than the cost. If you're thinking about getting this rifle, I would say go for it if it's in your budget. It's very accurate, and it's very reliable, and you get plenty of shots per fills to go out and shoot for the whole day. So if there's upcoming videos, I'm going to be doing a direct head-to-head comparison with the FX Dream Tac Compact Bottle version. I'm going to be swapping. I'm going to be using the same scope, the same ammo. I've worked up a tune for both of them, and I'll be doing basically a comparison test. We'll go over features, we'll go over price, the value, the accuracy, the tunability, all those features. That'll be coming up in an upcoming video, and definitely stay tuned for that. I'm excited to see how they compare, because if you haven't seen that video, just a few videos ago, might even been a few videos ago, I posted a review of the Dream Tac Compact, and it was put in one ragged hole at 50 yards, and it was very similar at 96 yards on the groups. So I think they're very equally matched. The BP17 is more compact than that, but we'll save all the comparisons for a later date. If there's anything you guys want to know about this rifle, leave me a comment in the comment section, and I'll get back to you. I'll answer all you guys' questions. Like I said earlier in the video, if you guys are interested in these boxes, leave me a comment, and I'll let you know how you guys can get a hold of these. I make all types of sizes, and I make all calibers, multiple colors, and the reason I make these is to make extra money, literally for ammo, for slugs, for accessories, for recording, for gas to get out to spaces. Here in the next week or two, I'm not sure when the video will come out for you guys, but actually in less than a week, I will be traveling to another part of the state to where they have pecan fields, and they have a collared dove problem. So I'll be taking out all the rifles, we'll be shooting pellets, we'll be shooting slugs at some of those dove, and it should be a good time, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully we can make a couple of videos out of it. It'll be a 4-day trip. But other than that, that's what's coming up the pipeline for the channel. So stay tuned, and thank you guys for watching.